that you learn how to create pages and posts and assign categories and tags, we'll move on to inserting images to your content. To add an image, you'll be using the Media button. This is the button that you'll be using to insert all types of files into your content. For example, to add an image into this post, simply move the cursor over to where you want to add the image and click on the Add Media button. In this pop-up window, you will be given 3 different options of inserting a media file to your post. You can upload it from your computer, from a URL or web address, or files you previously uploaded to the media library. In this example, we will add my image from my computer. You can upload any file by dragging it directly into the square with a dashed outline or clicking on the Select Files button. If you decide to upload the image through the media uploader, you must locate the image you want to upload in your computer. I'm just going to drag my image from my desktop into the square with a dashed outline. Once the image has been uploaded to your server, you will see a preview of the image and some fields you might want to fill out before inserting it into your post. You can give the image a title, which appears as a speech bubble when a user hovers over the image. Next, you can add alternate text to your image, which is used when users with disabilities use a screen reader or with browsers that do not support images. Captions appear below the images and usually describe what your picture is about. You may also add a description for this image if you wish, but I'm going to skip this step for now. You can also make this image a link so that when a user clicks on the image, they will be taken to a different page or a different website. You can type a web address directly into the input box, or you can use one of the 3 buttons below. File URL will create a link that directs users to the full-size version of the image. This appears on a blank page. Or you can click on Attachment Post URL, which will create a link to the full-size version of the image on a page of your site. If you added a description, this is the page where that description will appear. Or you can click on None if you don't want this image to be a link. Next, you can choose the alignment of your image and how the text will wrap around your image. For example, you can choose to align this image to the right of your content, which will cause the text to wrap around the left side of the image. You can choose which size of the image you would like to use in this post. By default, when you upload an image, WordPress automatically creates different versions of your image: a thumbnail, a medium-sized image, a large image, and the full-size version. In some cases, if the image you downloaded was too small, you may not have a large or medium option. For this example, I'm going to choose medium, and then I'm going to click on Insert. Here's our image floating to the right of the text. And since we gave it a caption, it has a gray box around it with the caption right under the image. You may change any of the image settings at any time by simply clicking anywhere in the picture and then clicking on the Edit Image button. You will notice that the panel has changed. We are now in the Image Editing panel and we have a few extra options. For example, we can resize our image by selecting a percentage of its current size. You could also change the alignment or edit the title, alternate text, caption, or link URL. Under the Advanced Settings tab, you can change the source URL or manually edit the size of the image. If you're familiar with CSS, you may overwrite the CSS class for this image, or even add your own CSS styles directly into the styles input box. Under Image Properties, you can add a border and additional margin to the vertical and horizontal space of this image. For these boxes, you can enter any number you want. They will represent the width of the border in pixels and the amount of padding also in pixels. Notice the CSS code for the border and padding appeared under the styles input box. You can replace or edit this CSS with your own if you wish. For example, to make my border red, I can replace black with red in the border color CSS rule. You will see a preview with any changes you make to your image in the preview window on top of this page. In Advanced Link Settings, you can add a title for the link itself, a link relationship, additional CSS, and you can choose to open the link in a new window when the image is clicked. Click Update once you're done editing your image. Then update your post, go to the public view of the post, and you will see the image with the caption and the red border we applied to it. Adding other types of files is very similar to this process. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to add PDFs and other types of files to your content.